During the first week of March 2024, a press release says that Japanese renewable specialist Electric Power Development, also known as G-Power, had done a takeover offer for Australia's Genex Power renewable energy. The Australian Security Exchange tells us that the takeover offer is a non-binding, indicative and conditional offer to buy all ordinary shares on issue in Genex Power, known on the ASX as Genex. The takeover offer is being undertaken by way of a scheme of arrangement for $275 in cash per share. The indicative proposal also contains an alternative structure under which G-Power may make an off-market cash takeover bid for all Genex shares at $270 per share. The indicative offer follows a previous non-binding indicative and conditional proposal from G-Power on 5 February 2024 at a cash price of $240 per Genex share under the scheme and $235 under the takeover offer. Keep in mind that all given numbers in dollars are Australian dollars. This takeover offer is not such a big surprise. G-Power is a 50% joint development partner of Genex for its Kidston Stage 3 wind project in northern Queensland. The Kidston Wind Project is a unique integration of a 258 megawatt wind project with an existing leveraged infrastructure in which it will benefit from the Kidston Pumped Hydro project. Genex Power and G-Power are in an early stage of activities related to the K3 wind project, including modeling the wind source at various locations at the Kidston Clean Energy Hub. The project development will be accelerated through monitoring, planning and other workflows. It is expected that the project will be connected to the new 275 kV transmission line being constructed by Powerlink Queensland for the K2 Hydro, with completion anticipated in 2024. The combination of wind, solar power and hydroelectricity makes the Kidston Clean Energy Hub a globally unparalleled energy project. In addition to the Kidston project, G-Power is also a 50% development partner for the Bully Creek Solar Battery project. We will return to this project shortly. Next to the 50% participating partnership, G-Power is the second largest shareholder in Genex and owns 7.72% of its shares. G-Power already extended a business loan of $35 million on 31 December 2023. The original loan was still eaten up completely. As this already was an extended loan, it is not hard to understand that Genex financials are colored red. The Bully Creek project is a multi-phase development project of up to 2 GW of large-scale photovoltaic solar panels and a battery storage system. The project covers an area of 5,000 hectares and is located approximately 4 km from the Bully Creek 330 kV substation of Powerlink Queensland, which is the connection point in Queensland for the Queensland-New South Wales interconnector. This excellent location enhances both projects by taking advantage of marginal loss factors, ensuring consistent delivery of storage and renewable energy to strengthen the resilience of the electricity grid. The strategy is to prioritize Phase 1 of the Bully Creek Solar Project with a large-scale solar development capacity of up to 775 MW. The Bully Creek Solar Project is expected to become the largest grid-connected solar power station in Australia, once operational. The final investment decision is anticipated in the second half of 2024. Following the Bully Creek Solar Project, the second proposed phase is the Bully Creek BESS project with a capacity of 400 MW or 1600 MWh. BESS stands for Battery Energy Storage System. Subsequent phases of solar energy and/or BESS are then proposed to maximize the project's full capacity of 2 GW. G-Power, as a development partner, is the ideal partner for Genex Power to effectively manage the further developments of the projects. When examining Genex Power's semi-annual balance sheet, I immediately noticed that they are not available on the company website or on SEDAR, but I can find them on the Australian Stock Exchange under Announcements. The first thing that stands out is that they are in a severe financial crisis and are effectively insolvent. The current ratio and quick ratio are both 0.46, which essentially tells everything about the company's financial health. The book value per share is $0.36, which in many cases could indicate an undervaluation of the stock, but given most other parameters, this is far from a desirable price to book ratio. The PS ratio, or price to sales ratio, is 32.61. The net income is suffering a significant loss with a negative balance of minus $1,849,553. The EPS or earnings per share is $0.001. Based on this downright terrible financial condition of Genex Power, the takeover offer seems like a godsend, which the board of Genex Power would be wise to seriously consider if they want to avoid bankruptcy. The takeover bid from G-Power comes less than a week after Genex Power secured an extension to a 25-year solar power purchase agreement with wholly owned subsidiary of the major resource giant Fortescue regarding the 2 gigawatt Bully Creek solar and battery project. In addition to the collaboration between Genex and G-Power for the development of the Bully Creek project, Solar Choice is a third co-developer. Under the solar power purchase agreement, Fortescue would purchase a capacity of 337.5 megawatt from the large-scale solar farm to power their facilities for the production of green hydrogen and green ammonia from electricity related to their Gibson Island project. The suspensive conditions of the solar power purchase agreement include the financial closure of the Bully Creek solar farm project by December 31, 2024. Which was important for Fortescue to make a financial investment decision for the Gibson Island project by December 31, 2023. In December 2023, these dates were then extended to March 31, 2025 and February 28, 2024, respectively. On February 29, Genex Power agreed to extend the deadline for obtaining financial closure for the Bully Creek solar farm until April 30, 2025. Who is that company G-Power that did the takeover offer from $380 million on distressed Genex Power renewable energy? G-Power, also known as Electric Power Development, is a Japanese company founded in 1952 and with their headquarters in Tokyo. It has overseas subsidiaries in the United States, Thailand, China, and Australia. The company's website informs us that as of April 30, 2023, they have 37 projects in 7 countries, with an additional 7 projects in development in 4 countries, amounting to a total of 304 megawatt of energy. The operational projects consist of 1 in the United Kingdom, 4 in China, 11 in the United States, 4 in the Philippines, 14 in Thailand, 1 in Indonesia, and 2 in Australia, including the 50 megawatt Gemalong solar farm project. All their existing and producing projects account for a total of 8,067 megawatt of energy in-house. Their domestic 94 projects, totaling up to 17,993 megawatt of energy, are generated through hydro, wind, geothermal, and thermal energy. For a stable supply of coal to fuel existing Japanese coal-fired power plants, G-Power participates in 3 Australian coal mines. The company is working on techniques to make coal CO2 neutral. The G-Power Group aims to utilize various methods to generate energy, including CO2-free methods. One of those methods is thermal energy generation. For over half a century, G-Power has been developing technologies to reduce environmental impact while supporting domestic energy supply through the stable operation of coal-fired power plants in Japan. The company applies the knowledge gained from The company applies the knowledge gained from the activities of 34 thermal energy projects in 5 countries, including Japan. G-Power Group is involved in thermal energy generation that aligns with regional needs. In the United States and Thailand, the group participates in gas-fired energy projects utilizing abundant gas resources and has been providing electricity for over 20 years. Leveraging the knowledge gained from these projects, the group is expanding its business opportunities. In Japan, the G-Power Group provides a stable supply of energy and reduces environmental impact through efficient coal-fired power generation. Because coal is found throughout the world, its geopolitical risks are small. It is also easy and low cost to store, making it important to the energy security of Japan, a country with few energy resources. The G-Power Group uses advanced technical capabilities to limit the emission of atmospheric pollutants such as SOx and NOx, and reduces CO2 emissions with world-class power generation efficiency and mixed combustion with biomass fuels. The G-Power Group is currently aiming to realize zero-emission thermal power by combining various options such as adding gasification equipment and adopting ammonia fuel, and is promoting technology for separation, capture, and use of CO2. Throughout the rest of Asia, thermal power generation leveraging abundant coal resources continues to play an important role. G-Power's zero-emission thermal power technology will contribute to the stable supply of electricity and carbon neutrality in Asia. The results of G-Power The results of G-Power's many years of research and development of oxygen-blown coal gasification technology and CO2 separation and capture technology make hydrogen production from coal possible. The G-Power Group is also aiming to make hydrogen CO2 free by combining technologies for effective use and storage of CO2. Apart from actual power generation, CO2 free hydrogen can also contribute to CO2 reduction in various industrial sectors and is a promising energy source from the standpoint of energy security for Japan and as a countermeasure against global warming. G-Power participated in a world-first international liquid hydrogen supply chain demonstration involving the production of hydrogen through the gasification of brown coal in Australia and the subsequent delivery of the hydrogen to Japan by sea using liquid hydrogen carriers. This test was completed without incident in 2022. G-Power undertook the gasifying of brown coal and refining of hydrogen utilizing its knowledge of coal gasification. Based on the knowledge acquired from this test, they will engage in commercialization, including the planning required for creating CO2-free hydrogen, which will involve the storage of CO2 generated during hydrogen production using CCS. The hydrogen produced from Australian brown coal during this demonstration test was used in Toyota Motor Corporation's hydrogen-powered vehicle that ran in round 5 in the Super Taikyu Endurance Series at Suzuka Circuit. The Osaki CoolGen project is a demonstration test project conducted with the aim of realizing a system that produces CO2-free hydrogen in Japan from imported coal and then using it to generate electricity. Currently, they are performing demonstration tests in stages with the aim of commercialization of oxygen-blown integrated coal gasification combined cycle technology. The combination of integrated gasification fuel cell combined cycle technology and CO2 separation and capture technologies. In Phase 1, the oxygen-blown integrated gasification combined cycle demonstration test, a high level of generation efficiency was attained using gas containing hydrogen produced from coal. Flexible load regulation was also confirmed. They have established that this is not just a baseload power source and that it is able to respond to rapid changes in renewable energy capacity requirements. In Phase 2, the demonstration test for CO2 separation and capture, basic performance was confirmed through the verification tests, and this technology has achieved production and power generation with a higher level of purity for hydrogen gas. The demonstration test period has been extended to the end of fiscal 2022 and more CO2 liquefaction equipment has been added. Also, demonstration testing has continued for CO2 separation and capture as well as the liquefaction process. Economic viability should be achieved through this sustained verification testing for reliability. From April 2022 Phase 3 began with the combined fuel cell demonstration test. They have started the Genesis Matsushima plant at the Matsushima Thermal Power Station in Nagasaki Prefecture, seeking to commercialize the results of the Osaki Coolgen project through upcycling. Adding a gasification unit to the existing Matsushima Thermal Power Station Unit Number 2 makes it possible to generate electricity using gas containing hydrogen. In addition, the power station has a system configuration that can apply proven CO2 separation and capture technology. By using the existing equipment and infrastructure, they can utilize and expand new technology while maintaining a steady supply of electric power. So they can economically and rapidly reduce CO2 emissions, and they are accelerating the realization of carbon neutrality. Underground storage of CO2 would make it possible to process CO2 in large amounts. The G-Power Group has acquired knowledge through technological development and participation in demonstration tests for carbon capture and storage, or CCS, technology. In Indonesia, the group has begun a feasibility study for commercialization of a CCS demonstration project in a gas field. The group is also exploring ways to effectively utilize the captured CO2 as a resource. Carbon dioxide is widely used in everyday life in applications such as carbonated beverages and foods, dry ice, and plant growth acceleration. The group is also considering ways to effectively use CO2 from CO2 separation and capture facilities under the Osaka Coolgen project. G-Power is aiming to realize the G-Power Genesis vision, a next-generation energy conversion system with coal gasification technology at its core. Through the application of various technologies, the system can produce a variety of products, including electricity and hydrogen from solid fuels such as coal and biomass. G-Power is working to reduce CO2 emissions by applying mixed combustion of biomass fuel and coal. The group is also engaged in the business of producing sustainable biomass fuels, such as wood fuel employing unused forest residues and carbonized sewage sludge fuel. This will aid in the creation of a circular economy. Furthermore, it is possible to go beyond carbon neutrality as to achieve negative emissions by combining gasification technology and CCUS technology. By gasifying biomass fuels made from wood that absorb atmospheric CO2 in its growth, in addition to coal, and by making use of the CCUS, they can not only avoid the release of CO2 but actually reduce atmospheric CO2. This is a benefit made possible by the fact that coal is a solid. G-Power Transmission Network operates approximately 2,400 kilometers of transmission lines and 9 transmission substation converter stations. They contribute to widespread operation and steady supply for Japan's power grid, including trunk transmission lines connecting regions and frequency converter stations connecting eastern and western Japan. Besides their innovative works to make coal a sustainable carbon-free product, the company has several other major projects as wind and hydro energy, geothermal energy, solar and biomass energy, and nuclear energy. When we examine the financial aspect of the company in the balance sheet for the past quarter ending on December 31, 2023, we see a satisfactory current ratio of 1.77 and a quick ratio of 1.48. The book value per share is 1.16. The earnings per share are 1.69. The return on equity is 1.46 and the price to sales is 1.46. G-Power stock is overvalued, but the PS ratio more than compensates for that. The company has experienced strong growth of at least 20% over the last 5 years. The return on capital employed could have been higher. G-Power is a stable dividend payer with a dividend yield of 3.8% and a stable dividend per share over a period of 10 years. The company has a market cap of 12.8 billion euros and its stock is listed at 15.18 euros per 2,418 or 2,480 Japanese yen on March 28, 2024. G-Power is listed on the Tokyo Stock Exchange under ticker number 9513.